All right.
And we're live.
We're live?
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Hello. Hi, everyone. We are live at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Hong Kong version.
Hong Kong version. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so we're at the Sunday rally against the extradition bill, and as you can see, dozens of people are behind us.
That's the Carrie Lam version. At least dozens of people having some kind of miscommunication with the government. They'll get it sorted out, I'm sure.
Yeah, once they explain what's going on.
Yeah.
So, Chris, how has it been so far today?
It's been wild. Like, I've never been around so many people before. I'm very much regretting wearing a suit. I wish I hadn't made that a decision that I always wear a suit. Shelley, are you pulling up the comments?
I am.
All right. Now we can actually communicate with you. Thank you very much to producer Matt Ganezda for, in a sea of people, holding up the camera and holding up the lights. So I mean, feel free to ask us any questions about what's going on here, but as you can tell, this is insane here.
Also, so there are a lot of people here, maybe over 1 million, and we don't know what our internet connection is like, so sorry if it gets a little spotty or whatever, but we're doing our best. People are saying, hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Someone wrote Australia #1. That's not true.
What are they chanting? They've been chanting a few different things. Hong Kong, add oil. They've been chanting Carrie Lam, stand down, step down. Lost the ability to speak.
Yeah. One of the incredible things here is also that this is Father's Day, and we've seen a lot of families out here. People with their, young kids. So this has become, this is the whole of Hong Kong society thing. This is not like a small but very vocal minority. This is the mainstay of Hong Kong society coming out to saying that Carrie Lam postponing the extradition bill is not really enough. What are they saying now?
We gotta ask some of our translators. What are they saying?
It's just noise at this point. We are fortunately being helped by some volunteers who have agreed to kind of show us around. It's not. Hey, Matt, why don't you get the... You see, it's a family affair. So that's what strikes me about this. Like, that kid's going to remember this. Like, this is generations of Hong Kongers that the current Hong Kong government and the Chinese Communist Party have completely lost faith in.
Somebody asked how we feel about being a part of something that could change the world. I don't know if we're a part of something that can change the world.
Yeah, of course we are. We're part of China Uncensored.
Okay.
It's changing the world.
I think this is like the Hong Kong people are really changing things, and it's pretty amazing to see it, actually. One of the people we interviewed earlier today was a family of mom and dad and their baby, and the way they talked about doing this for the future generations of Hong Kong was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so happy we're able to come out here for this. Like Hong Kong Jiao, the Jiao means add oil. It's like keep going, you're doing good.
Come on, go,
Brace up, Hong Kong.
Yeah, like brace up.
That's a very British translation.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone says they see McDonald's. There are a bunch of people actually standing. We're on an overpass, what they call a flyover, over one of the main streets. And there are a bunch of people standing at the McDonald's, like looking over. Like I don't know how they're going to estimate how many people are here, because we spent most of the parade actually like going down the side streets where there were still so many people because it was so crowded on the main. You're only seeing one street. On the parallel street next to us is another crowd just as big as this.
Yeah, there's at least a couple of streets like this, all heading their way towards Legco. And we actually saw some photos from somebody that Legco, the Legislative Council, where they debate the laws, they've set up barricades there, so that's totally empty, even as all of these people are headed over there. Ultimately, we're going to make our way down there, so that's going to be crazy. Let's see. Questions. Wow, Hong Kong. Mit Mitsua says, support for Malaysia. Chris, do some crowd surfing. That's not a realistic suggestion.
We're not going to do some crowd surfing.
Let's see. Brett Samus donated $1.99. Thank you. This isn't showing anyone who's doing the donations, so we can't quite keep up with that. What happens if you get... Oh, okay, that got rid of it. That's even worse. Hold on, we're trying to find the comments again. Trying to pull it back up. Oh my gosh. All right, 1 second. We need to restart our application so we can see the questions again. But yeah, and the nice thing is, like, I don't think Hong Kong police are going to be able to fire tear gas into this crowd. It'll be interesting to see what happens later tonight. We hear that later tonight at 9 there's going to be a memorial for a young man who fell to his death last night trying to protest the extradition bill. I'm a little unclear if it was a suicide or if he slipped, but a lot of people feel he's like the first martyr for Hong Kong.
So somebody's asking if the bill's been postponed, why is there still an uprising? What we've been hearing from people is that the fact that the bill's been postponed is not enough for them because they're afraid that it could really come back at any point. And this is really showing is kind of a general distrust of the Hong Kong government, especially Carrie Lam, because one of the things they've been saying is withdraw the bill, don't just postpone it, and also Carrie Lam stepped down. That's been one of the big chants going on during this parade.
Yeah, and as you can see, people in Hong Kong feel very passionately about that point, that this is not the end of the extradition bill, that Carrie Lam coming on the air and just saying, oh, we're going to postpone the second reading, that's not enough. The bill is still very much, they didn't say that, in English they translate it as we're going to suspend the bill, and I've seen like a bunch of Western media kind of reporting that, you know, they permanently suspended the bill or indefinitely suspended the bill. That doesn't seem to be accurate from what we've seen down here.
I mean, I think that they would not realistically be able to put it back up this year. I've seen some analysis that they wouldn't want to do it close to the elections. Like Cho, their legislature is going to go on recess in a few weeks, and they won't come back until October, and by then they're getting ready for elections, and people don't want to do this bill during elections because it's very unpopular, as you can see behind us. But like, people are still saying that's not enough for them. They don't want to just postpone it, they want it to be withdrawn totally.
Yeah, and I'm completely dehydrated, so the thought I had in my head completely left me. Oh God, what was I going to say? Oh, I know. I really wonder about Carrie Lam's position right now. So there's no procedure for chief executive to be removed or step down.
She could resign.
She could resign, and I bet right now there are a lot of Communist Party officials in Beijing who are not very happy with Carrie Lam and will be very eager to make her a scapegoat. So I'm sure Carrie Lam is not the happiest of people right now.
We've already seen analysis in some media that say things like, this is not Beijing's fault, this is all Carrie Lam and stuff like that, so it might be kind of trying to pin it on her, basically. Yeah.
So clearly Hong Kong is not going to go quietly into the good night, that good night.
To be clear, she wasn't elected by the people of Hong Kong. The chief executive is chosen by a committee of 1,200 people that represent some of the business groups and political groups in Hong Kong, but it's the selection is largely controlled by Beijing. So there will never be a chief executive that Beijing is not, doesn't want. So Carrie Lam is really kind of answerable to Beijing and not really to the people of Hong Kong who are yelling behind us.
But the people of Hong Kong are the ones that pay her salary with their tax dollars. So, this is the point of democracy, that ultimately the leaders have to be answerable to these guys, and these guys can be pretty pissed off when you mess with them. This goes on and on and on.
Still Hong Kong. Whoa there.
Well, technical difficulties.
They're still saying Hong Kong, add oil, come on, that kind of thing.
I wonder how the local bubble tea shops are doing. I bet they're making a killing.
Oh my God. Glenn just donated $100 and told you to buy some water, Chris.
Thank you. What's 100? What's 100A?
100 Australian. That's Matthew.
That's at least 10 kangaroos. Thank you so much. We can use that as transportation.
Again, for people who are just joining us, behind us is only one out of at least two parallel streets that look like this. So this is a big demonstration.
Yeah, there might be more. It's very slow to move through the crowd. Fortunately, the crowd is being kind enough to give us a little bit of space to do this this YouTube Live.
Yeah, behind Matt, who's holding the iPhone that is our camera, is a overpass full of people trying to get across.
Thank you, people.
This is kind of like, I think, in the middle of the protest. We were where it started, then we kind of ran over to the side streets, which were there's still so many people in the black shirts who were part of the protest in the side streets because they couldn't get onto one of these two parallel main streets. So this is still, I don't know how they're going to do the crowd estimate because there's like so many people. At one point we were stuck in a mall, right?
Oh yeah. Like, it's interesting how in Hong Kong you have to navigate your way through a series of malls and overpasses. It's not a very pedestrian-friendly city.
So we were kind of trying to get through this mall to get back to the main street, but the police had cordoned off this one section. So then people were yelling to clear it, and then most people were kind of just trying to find alternate side streets after that.
And I just realized this is very, very early in the morning for most people in the United States, so we're probably not getting most of our viewers there. But let's see.
Yeah, so really it's pretty peaceful.
Yeah, totally peaceful.
We've seen, we were walking around the side streets, a lot of people walking into shops and stuff like that with a part of the protest. Nobody seemed worried. All the shops are open. Nobody seems to be worried about the protest.
Yeah, Carrie Lam called the last protest organized riots, but, there's no looting. Obviously, there's no looting going on here, so that's not really due. But also, let us know what you guys think about us doing these YouTube live at an event like this. I mean, this is the first time we've done anything like this, so we're excited to hear how you guys like it. Hopefully you do.
Some people are watching this at 2 and 3 in the morning.
Wow. How many? 1,600.
Just Informed Talk gave 100 and said, "Keep up the great work, guys. Big fan. Let's help Trump fight the Chinese Communist Party." Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's incredible. We're trying to keep up. Yeah, thank you for everyone who is contributing to the show on this super chat. We might do one later tonight too. Later tonight Hong Kong time, but at the LegCo, the Legislative Council, for people watching in the United States, since they'll be more awake at that time. But this is history happening right now.
We're not really sure what's going to happen tonight. People were saying that maybe this would actually be a smaller protest than last week because the government said they're going to postpone it. But so far, it doesn't seem that much smaller to me. I don't know.
Yeah, the idea was if the government postpones the extradition bill, then maybe today fewer people will come out. It would lose steam. But I mean, we were both here during the umbrella movement in 2014, and this is completely sparked that same kind of energy people had. But even more so, it's decentralized. There's a bunch of young, the people trying to push back masks right now are a family with young kids, and their jaws are dropped. Completely fascinated by this.
Somebody, Alston Foxton, who's said as a Hong Konger, he noticed that the main purpose of the march is not free Hong Kong, but protect one country, two systems. I'd say that's pretty accurate. People really want to kind of preserve the freedoms that they have, right? It's really about stopping the government eroding those things.
Yeah, and somebody donated us 10,000 won, and somebody donated us 100,000 won. That's Korean money, I believe.
We have no idea how much that is, but thank you.
Yeah, but thank you for all the support we're getting from the people in Korea. We know the Korean channel there is doing very well, and we do kind of have rough plans to come out to South Korea sometime in the near future and hopefully get a chance to meet you. So I think we're going to have to probably start wrapping this up and make our way to the Legislative Council, and we will do another live from there, maybe in a couple of hours. But stay tuned. Be sure to follow China Uncensored on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Also, Shelley is tweeting up a storm on her Twitter account, which is...
It's SHELZHANG.
Okay, so be sure to follow all of our social medias. We're going to have more coming at you, so thanks again for joining us. Thank you to everyone who contributed. I might have missed a few people, but thank you very much. We'll catch you soon. See you later.